So as you know, guys, in this dev server, we had the Rafale being buffed, right? It has some changes done to it, but today I wanted to actually show to you guys the main differences and what you can expect from this thing. It was already one of the best, if not the best aircraft in the game, and now it will become even more the king of the game, I gotta say, right? So let's check it out on StatShark, the differences between the older and the newer model, and compared to the Eurofighter, which is the other 14.3 that everybody talks about, right? Of course, we have the Su-30 SM as well, but I'm gonna do a specific video on that aircraft because that also got a much better performance as well. But yeah, today the objective is the Rafale. So let's go for StatShark. So here we have it. Here we are in StatShark using time to speed, so how much time it takes to the aircraft get to a certain speed at 100 meters in this case, right? And we are calculating between the Rafale and Eurofighter in the older version. So this is the previous version, right? And you can see the difference here that we have, right? The Rafale, although it is pretty good, you can see clearly that the Eurofighter is a little bit better. It's not by much, I gotta say. I mean, at the same time, it will get not even 100 kilometers more of speed. I mean, the top speed over here, you will be like barely, I mean, like 20, 30 kilometers per hour, right? Or even, 20 kilometers per hour in the same speed, right? Or like in the same time, right? Or like, for example, 30 seconds, 1.6 seconds to get to the 1390, right? So you can see that in the older model, the Eurofighter is a better aircraft. Even if we go to turn performance, you will see that the Eurofighter, in a general sense, can keep up with the Rafale, right? More even than keep up sometimes. It's taking a little bit, yeah, there you go. So, for example, here, the Rafale could also already kind of beat it, but the Eurofighter can maintain with it up to like this speed, and then it becomes way worse. And the Rafale can, turn a little bit more, a lot more actually, 2 Gs more, depending on the speed over here, right? So it was already pretty good, right? It was already pretty amazing. But if we go to the latest model over here, let's put it to the latest model, and we're gonna calculate again, you will see the differences, where the Rafale becomes a lot more of a threat. It is a lot harder to win with an Eurofighter. I mean, look at this difference, man. I mean, yeah, the differences are tiny if you really compare to it. I mean, I know. I mean, look at this. For example, at the same time, at the same speed over here, I mean, it's not the same speed, but like at the same time, at the same speed, it's like 1.5 degrees, maybe more. But overall, you can see the buff, right? The Rafale is much, much better, turning 1 to 2 degrees more per second in the same speed. And of course, here we have kind of a different thing. So it cannot go push up to the 16 Gs anymore at these max speeds, the optimal speeds of turn, right? But it's still much better than the Eurofighter, and it is around 1.5 G that it can pull more, right? So in a general sense, the Rafale, although it was a little bit worse over here on this turn, but in a general sense, it is way better because the Eurofighter was kind of going along with the turn up to this speed over here, right? And then he lost it out. But then now, in all speeds, the Rafale will be better. All speeds, you can see that it is always turning more. Is it a tiny amount? Yes, it is a tiny amount, but it is better, right? If we go to time to speed, you will see something kind of similar over here. Let me see. Why is it not calculating? Yeah, there you go. So you can see something that it's a little bit more similar from what we saw before. You can see that the Rafale is a little bit slower, but not by much as well. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Maybe a little bit less than what it was before, right? But not by much. So the Rafale is keeping up with the Eurofighter on time to speed, on acceleration pretty much, because this tells us acceleration, right? And in the turn, it's beating the Eurofighter. So in a general perspective, looking at the theory here with the numbers, it means that the Rafale, in a general sense, it is a better aircraft than the Eurofighter. Because this tiny little difference over here, it's so tiny, man, that it doesn't like. I mean, it's like 0.4 seconds to get to the same speed. It's such a little difference, and it was much bigger before. And then together, combining this change together with the turns and stuff, it means that the Rafale will be a better aircraft. One thing that the Rafale will always lose is this VNE, guys. As you see over here, even if we go like 1,000 to like 2,500, to like 10,000 meter situation over here, you will see that, yeah, look at this. Although the Rafale in these higher airspeeds, as you can see, can accelerate way faster than the Eurofighter, meaning like 5 seconds, which is pretty insane. Like it's like 4% or something, or even more, I think. But yeah, like 8% or something, I don't know. But the problem is, obviously, Rafale doesn't have a lot of max speed. As you can see here, I mean, 2,165 is pretty great, right? But at the end of the day, it is way lower than the Eurofighter, right? And that's where kind of the Eurofighter wins. But at the end of the day, it kind of doesn't matter because the Rafale gets there in the same time. And when it's getting to like above 2,000, it's way faster, right? And it can turn more. So the Rafale is indeed a scary aircraft already, and it is becoming even more, okay? So this is what you should expect with the Rafale, an aircraft that will be able to, I mean, even if we compare to the Su-30 SM over here, and let's put another aircraft that it's amazing climb over here. If we put it, all of these aircraft, I mean, look at this. The Su-30 doesn't have a chance, and even the F-15E, I mean, it's going along with it, right? And remember, in a turning capability, obviously the Rafale is much better than the F-15E, right? So let's just wait for the calculation here. But in a general sense, it will be something that it's out of this world compared to these other aircraft. Look at this. I mean, it doesn't even compare to it. I mean, let me just take these off to be easier to see because there's so many of these things. There you go. So you can see, I mean, look at the Su-30 and the F-15E over here compared to the Eurofighter and then the Rafale, right? So this is like, Jesus, man. At the same speed, I mean, it's 30 basically the same, right? But, where's the same? Yeah. With the same speed over here, you can see that it's almost 10 degrees more, right? 10 degrees more of turn, which is 1/4. It's like 25% more turn than the Rafale has over the F-15E, for example. So, obviously, it was already that, but it is even greater. So, this is measuring how much the Rafale will beat everything. Of course, it depends on the pilot, always in a dogfight, but yeah, the Rafale will have the best chances. The only thing that I still have a problem with the Rafale is the Mika missile, although with these turns, with these speeds and everything, you can put these missiles in the perfect position to get PVR kills anyway and short-range kills anyway, right? So, yeah, kind of scary. Rafale is continuing to be the best jet in the game. It's just maybe a harder aircraft, in my opinion, to fly than the Eurofighter sometimes. The way that it behaves and everything, but it's not for everybody. But it is still, I think, the best, right? So let me know in the comments what you think about the Rafale. I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye, guys. See ya.